If you were a hired gun brought in by the defense, where would you put your focus?
Well, I think you have to. First of all, I wouldn't take this case. There's no way I get on the stand and defend this woman. However, I think you have to play on each of the jurors' sympathies. You bring up things like that long-term mental illness, the chronic mental illness that's not been successfully treated, might I add. You would bring up that history of childhood molestation. The defense brought that up in their opening arguments and talked about how she was molested at age 6 and testified against her abuser. Also, that she was molested again as a teenager. You bring that up. And then you also bring up the likelihood of an interaction between the medications that she was on and the alcohol. We don't know how med compliant she was or what meds she took that night and what meds were interacting with the alcohol.
Right.
So
I think that's where you go. Yeah, I think you go to the biological, pharmacological route, because this deserves of emphasis. Listen, just because she was sexually and physically abused and whatever trauma she's suffered as a child does not equate with violence and killing your children. There are millions of people have those kind of childhood experiences. They are very productive members of society. They carry a special pain, but they don't kill their kids.
And here's my problem,
and
Dr.
she went on after that to have a very successful career.
Right, and 20 years of mental illness. She was no stranger to talking to a psychiatrist, going to a hospital. So when she admitted that she's had these thoughts for a long time about killing her kids, why didn't she bring it up to one of her psychiatrists or to somebody? Well, that's where she is at fault.
Well, I want to go to Judy, who had the theory. You were the one that really proposed the theory in the first place, that she was believing she was saving her children from the very illness from which she was suffering.
Well, absolutely, Dr. Drew, which is what she documented in her journal. And oftentimes when people have the type of psychosis that actually holds together, there's a major theme, they can actually be quite cognizant of what they're planning, and they actually seem to be quite linear in terms of carrying out the delusion. So this is why it's kind of strange.
Okay. I'm going to play Leanne. Why can't we call that evil, those delusional thoughts? I think it's just arose by any other name. It is evil. It's evil thinking, right?
But in her mind, she doesn't think that she's evil. In her mind, she believes she's doing the best she can for her children. She mentioned in her journal that bringing up the children was the best thing that she has ever done, but she is so afraid that they will be subject to the type of pain and suffering that she has to go through because of the genetic link that they have.
All right.